I've opened the funk template, and again, I didn't give you an exercise file for this. Go to the File menu, Create New, Create from Template, choose Funk, set your parameters, and you'll be where I am now. So I noticed one thing right off the bat here. It says manual tempo is 120, and down here in the transport window, it says 95, and if I do click the conductor, then it's going to follow this tempo here, but I'd like them to agree. So I'm going to Event, Tempo Operations, and change this tempo to 95 right off the bat. That's where I want this event to start and end. And so now the tempo is 95. That's going to be better for my math in my head, I think. So let's listen. Let's see if we can turn this into something. I'm going to play a little clavinet part. I'm going to take a little bit of the delay down. Split the difference. I'm going to do a count off. I want a 1 bar count off. I'm at 95. I do want to hear click. I'm going to hit F12 and record a little part here. So I have a little 4-bar phrase. Notice that I stopped a little after the 4th bar. I was already into the 5th bar, and it created a holder for the notes I was about to play in bar 5, even though I never got there. I'm just going to trim this off. I want my clip to be the accurate length of the notes that are inside of it. So I want a harmony part here, and I'm going to Option or Alt click on a PC and show you some MIDI editing here. So double click this, and I want to take this whole phrase up a minor third. Now I'm going to have to do a little bit of editing here to keep my scale constrained, because what I want to hear is I want to hear a harmony, but I think I'm going to hear an exact duplicate up a minor third at this point, and that's not what I want. Let's hear it. I want to take these first 2 E flats and move them up 1. I'm going to have the same thing happen in bar 3. And now let's hear it. I'm good with that. So I've just created a part from a previous part just by a little judicious editing. And the advantage of that, every single note has the same velocity and the same location, the same release time as the harmony note. The only difference is they're 2 different parts, right? 2 different sounds, 2 different patches that are playing this. Other than that, these notes are identical. Sometimes that's hard to do with real players, to get players to phrase perfectly together. In this case, I got what I wanted. I'm going to lay down a little bass part now. And I don't like that wobbly synthy bass. So let's fix that. I'm going to jump to the mix window, open up the iteration of expand that's doing the bass. I'm going to change it to basses and fretless. Okay. I see chorus down here. I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to give it some chorus. So that's FX2, right? So I'm using this knob. Okay, I like the growl there, but I want to add another part. I'm going to go to basses and add a double bass behind it, alongside of it. Okay. And I might want to do a little phrasing like... So I'm holding down one key and changing the pitch bend. I'm going to change the pitch bend range to a whole octave over here, so that now when I move the pitch wheel, I get a lot of phrasing. So I don't have to do very much on the pitch wheel to get a big effect. I think I'm good there. I've changed the bass sound to where I want it. And let me jump back to the edit window and let's see if we can lay down this bass part here. It's okay. I don't really like it enough. I'm just going to take it, delete it, make another one. I'm thinking maybe this whole thing needs an intro to it. I could move all these pieces back. I'll take this and slide them all back to bar 5. Before we jump into the melody, let's do a little introductory phrase here. All right, so that's more like what I wanted. If I double click and look at this in the editor, I'm pretty sure that there's some flaws in the part. If I look in the event list, it's going to show me that I'm kind of all over the beat here. I could go to event and quantize these notes by the 16th note so that they all kind of line up now on round numbers as opposed to those not round numbers from before. And now let's listen. And it's a lot tighter of a groove now than it was before. Lots of ways to edit this. You're probably racing with ideas of how you can apply this to your work, and that's the whole point here. So that's how fast we can track parts and edit parts using MIDI.